Welcome to the BoyFriends podcast, where we help you find your circle and your man. I'm Jarrod D King, and I am here with the whole crew of the BoyFriends podcast for the first time in a while. Oh my gosh, we've got Sarun, we've got Melvin, we've got Renee, we've got Tony. And we are super excited to all be back in the building and to give you an amazing show and an amazing discussion. Real quick, I do want to catch up with everyone. Sarun. Yeah, I looked right at you.
Busy April.
What's going on?
Busy April. You know, it's a month-long Cambodian New Year celebration. Thank you both for coming. I hope you had a lot of fun.
I'm sad I missed it.
All the photos were. It was fun, right? It was It was bigger than y'all.
Look, I tried to learn the little line dances.
Yeah.
Horrible. But I will figure them out because
Sure.
I think you said that they are simpler than the electric slide.
Yeah. The mat is on.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
No,
it's
not.
Yeah, it's the mat is on. It's
not.
like the Cambodian electric slide.
Okay.
It was
cute.
pretty
It was
fun.
so
I'm gonna
hard.
Google it.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut. I mean, I just had to jump
Just
in.
busy. I'm happy it's May now. It's another Asian American Heritage Month. So, but it's not as busy as Cambodian. New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Melvin, we haven't seen you in a long time. And I know the boys are loving that you're back. They love to see, oh my gosh. He's like
I
the
can't.
heart
My
partner
is back.
I missed y'all. How are
We
you guys?
missed you too. We're good. Any updates? Anything? Anything you want to share?
I've been at home in Houston. I all my family, all my friends from back home. I don't get to see them often, so I went home, and I told you I get to work from home now. So it was like a great chance to really spend a lot of time out there. And so I just took like a month, and I just was out there. It feels like it's been longer, but it has been, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But yeah, I missed y'all. I'm glad to be back. Everything is good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'll fill you guys in on the real tea after the show.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Renee, what's been going on with you?
Oh, not too much. I'm up for a promotion at work.
Nice. Yes.
So hopefully that works out for me. I've been going to the gym a lot and trying to just live my best healthy life self. I'm a green goddess dressing salad, and come at me.
Tony, what's been going on with you?
Nothing new.
Nothing new. just straight on to recording. Okay, let's do it. I think for me, I just came back from Portugal, so I had a nice trip out there. It was amazing. I had a few days with some friends and a few days by myself, and it was like my first time actually outside of the country. So, definitely an experience that I will remember.
What was your favorite part of it?
Favorite part of it? I guess the most out of the box part of it for me was going to like the
nude beach.
The nude beach. Like it was like a gay nude beach.
Ooh.
Yeah, and have one
If
guy.
y'all saw that picture,
We should put it out.
It was a little.
We should put it out.
ooh, just
Was he looking? I feel like he was looking back at
We should
it.
let the people
Okay.
see.
Like he
Tag
did a
it
little
in here
like-
somewhere around here.
Okay. I'll throw
You can
it
put
out.
it right over my face, like so it'll be next to you.
okay.
No, wait.
Right on your
did it.
face.
I just
Wow.
Over
You
his
can
face.
cover
Right
me up
on
with
your
a
his
picture,
face.
so it can be.
Because I
That
see a
is-
picture already.
I just mean, like, so it'll be right next to you. I
Oh
didn't
my
mean it.
God.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
oh,
Wow.
You know what he's trying to say between the
And here we
lines.
go.
It's getting a little hot in here.
This is our next viral moment.
Right.
God.
But yeah, I think because I remember walking down the beach, and I actually got enough. As you saw in the picture, I got enough strength to like take everything off at the nude beach. That was my first time at a nude beach actually, but it's like one of those like cruising spots out there too.
Oh.
So, I was walking down the beach with one of my friends, and this guy like whistled at me, and he was like bent over and like spread. I was like, what? I was like, what am I doing? But
Did you go?
No, and I low key was a little annoyed that I didn't, because I was just like in shock, and I was just like, it was my first
It was a
time.
lot.
That was just a lot.
Jerry.
So I
Being
think
naked was
next
enough.
time, I probably would have.
And you out the country shit.
You gotta go to the
Have
one in
fun.
Jersey. You know they have one in Jersey.
Melvie,
I
keep me
heard
giving
that.
the
I'm scared
that.
of a
Oh.
nude
All
beach in
right,
Jersey.
secrets.
You scared of the nude beach?
In Jersey?
No, it's honestly
It's really kind of low key.
it's low key. It's fun. It's like all types of people. It's not just gay men. It's actually, I would say probably more women, honestly.
And
There
all
are a lot of gay men though. Don't get it twisted. But it's fun. It's peaceful. Nobody's like it's not sexual at all.
No.
Okay.
Now I heard I heard like after dark. That's when it goes down. But
You know,
I'm too
I don't
scared
want
to
to be
stay
on a
up
nude
there.
beach in the dark.
I don't want to be on the beach in the dark in general because it's like it's already like
It's
flies and birds. It's like
Well, see, that's the thing about and like no shade to Jersey, but the seagull thing
yeah, that
is just a little too
No,
much. For
no,
you. Like, you
shade
can't-
to
you can't
Jersey.
enjoy
You
yourself
can't even
if
Shade to
eat.
Jersey.
if you eat, the birds are like right there waiting for you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'll take you all one day.
That would be our boyfriends.
Do a podcast over there.
We'll do a
natural-
podcast on the
Oh gosh.
on the new beach. I love it.
All right. So anyway, we've got a topic today to talk about, which is going to be about when to text after getting somebody's number. So there is, I guess, the common traditional rule of waiting like a day or two before texting the person. After you get somebody's number, you know, I guess to not look too thirsty or something. Do we actually? I feel like nobody actually pays attention to that, and I don't know whether like what's your feeling on that?
I actually think it's like sweet when a guy texts me right away. I think it's kind of
Okay.
cute because they're just like excited, like, all right. So it just especially when they're just when they like text me and they're like, when you want to hang out next. I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really waited the rule of like waiting a day to text, but I guess I should have.
Do you? Yeah. What do you guys? I feel like you have something on your tongue, the tip of your tongue. There.
You know, I've been going for a minute, so I'm ready. I'm ready to just hop in there. No, but this question, you know, has a lot of different answers. It really depends. I think that it is appropriate to send an initial text when you get the number, like, hey, this is me, lock me in.
Mm-hmm.
And even a little, like, slight conversation. It shouldn't be long, depending on the situation. Like, if you want this to be, like, we're on the Boyfriend podcast, so we're trying to find a boyfriend. If you're looking for a man, keep the conversation cute, short, on the first day. It shouldn't even be, like, it shouldn't be more than a page of text messages on the first day.
Right.
Like you shouldn't be able to swipe
Right.
your text messages. But then the next day, you can follow up with let's meet up.
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe even wait another day. Keep the conversation still short and sweet on the second day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reverse answer to that, if you're looking for, a good time, you can get it all in right then and there. Like, hey, what you doing after this? Da-da-da-da-da, my name is, my sign
Gotcha.
is, da-da-da-da.
Gotcha.
You can keep the conversation
First of
going.
all, where did y'all get all these rules from? Like, whose rule book did I hear
I
this shit
know.
from? Because Jarrod's talking about, wait a day, the rule of thumb
You never
is
heard that one before?
absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah.
Like, where did y'all get this shit from?
I mean, I don't know. I heard that from my dad.
They,
Anyway.
they said that. That's what
I
they
know.
say.
I think there was like in the 90s there was like a 3-day rule or something like that.
Oh no, 3 days is too long.
Right?
3 days is
Well,
like you don't want to talk.
I think it's like tiers. It's a tier system, especially when you met them, where you met them. Let's say we're online. We're already talking online, like a dating app, like Hinge, Tinder, or something. And if I give you my number, I don't anticipate you to text me right away because we've been texting on here quite often.
Right.
And so when we talk about in the club and I meet you and I get your number, I want to verify that it's real. Call me.
Oh
right now.
wow, you
Call
gonna
me-
do that one?
Call me right now because I played that part when I gave out fake numbers before and they called me. Oh, my phone is dead.
That's what you're supposed to say.
Oh, well, why it's not ringing? It's dead, baby. It's no service in here. But I say, call me right now.
Well, why are you
Make
giving
sure
out
it's
fake
ready.
numbers?
Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want you to have my number. Like maybe that's why. But I feel like sometimes it's easier to say, "Oh, here's such and such, so and so," and don't never hear from me.
Okay.
I'm talking about the old me. Like sometimes it was easier to do.
Just
stuff
give
like
out
that.
a fake number.
Like, come on now. I ain't the only one who gave out a fake number
No,
before.
I'm right there with you. And
Right.
I'm so petty that I'll just do one digit off. So if I reach somebody else,
Oh.
I'll give you the full number, and except the last digit, I might change it to a
Goodness.
3.
I don't think I've never given out a fake
I've
number.
accidentally given them my sister's number because we have the exact same number, except my number ends in 66 and hers ends in 99.
Okay.
And so And like 6 and 9 are like kind of close together, so I've accidentally given a guy her number.
How did that work out?
I think she just like ignored them, and I was just like waiting, like, where's my text?
I've only ever just before my phone number, my social media, right?
This is the new thing now.
The social media.
Oh, you got Instagram, you got Facebook. Take my Facebook, take my Instagram. People would rather give you their socials versus their number now.
I think that's so weird.
What's up with that?
Well, see, the thing is, it's like if I'm feeling you, it depends on my level of like feeling you. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's much more, I guess tepid. I don't know if that's the word, but just like everybody's being very safe. Then I will ask for your social at first, just because I'm still trying to feel you out.
For a second,
but if there's like
you said socials, like you asked for their social security number.
No,
that's weird.
That's a different type of thing.
Sorry.
But if there's like an immediate vibe, immediate like flirtatious or romantic kind of feeling, I will ask for a number instead. And I guess it's not always the best to think this way, but I always think like if you do that to me, then that's kind of the place that you're coming from as well. Like if you ask me for my social, you're just feeling me more on a friendship level. And if you're asking me for my number, unless there was some other conversation around like, getting there, then I'm assuming that, you may be more romantically inclined. So.
What if it's just a hookup? I met you in the club, a Level Up, which is a black gay bar in Philadelphia, for those who do not know.
I didn't know Level Up was a bar.
Nowadays, if it's just a hookup, you just do the social.
And see, and sometimes it's easier, it's more palatable, it's easy to swallow. Let me get your socials. I don't have to ask for your number. You already know what it's about. I met you at the club last night. What's up?
I'm sorry. You're about to say something.
No, I was just curious because, like, if you're going to do a hookup, why... if I'm going to hook up with somebody from the club, I'm just hooking up with them that night. So there's no exchanging of info until after.
But how would y'all
exactly? How would y'all
get there? Like, if y'all rode in different places, like y'all rode in separate cars, so how do you tell them that you're coming out? Like, I'm outside.
Well, okay, so what's the premise we're talking about? Because
like, you hooking up, you met somebody at the club,
yeah.
Y'all know what it is, you want to hook up.
Yeah.
How do you tell them, hey, I'm outside?
Without no contact information.
If you don't get any.
Well, I'm not driving to the club because I'm drinking.
Oh, so you going to just Uber with them or ride
with them or ride with them or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's my mental. Like if I had to drive like separately or something.
So you don't want to exchange anything if it's not going to go
If it's just
somewhere.
a hookup, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know me.
If after, if it was good, if we enjoyed each other and we want to continue doing the hookup thing, then I'll exchange info after.
And that'll just be social media.
No.
Or you can get the number.
I'll just get their number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phone numbers to me is ultimate personal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? With social, you could just block them or just unfriend.
Or just
you have control, right?
You can block
with a cell
someone's
phone,
number.
You have to like change your phone number and all that.
No, you can block someone.
Oh, you can,
but they can call you from another number.
Yeah, it's kind of like
they wanted to.
They could also they could also stalk you on a different social media.
But
account,
I just feel like when you, I don't know. I feel like after you've had sex with somebody, and if it's just like I don't know. I feel like you kind of understand on some level how this person is. I won't say that you understand all aspects of them or whatever, and that they're not going to be a stalker or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it's like, here's my number. I don't need to be all in your life. It's kind of where my mentality is. I don't need to see your friends. I don't need to do all that. I'm not like, I'm not trying to understand what's going on in your world. We're just going to meet up and we're going to bang it out and we're going to go home.
So for me, I personally, the reason why I don't look at social media as a big deal, because we're all on this show, so like, the point of it is to like gain a following, and things like that. So I feel like me giving them my social media, I can always use the extra follower. I don't mind that. Like, follow me, yeah, sure. And I can choose or not to follow you back, or I can ignore you. I can even mute you. You don't even have to know that. You don't even have to know anything. I don't have to see any of this stuff. So for me, social media just isn't as personal as my phone number. Like, I don't really care about the phone number as much either, but even if I like somebody, and this might just be because I have a boyfriend now, I still give out my social media first. Like I just give that out automatically, and then we can work our way towards my phone number if we even hang out like that. But if not, if we want to be surface level friends, or you thought I was cute, so you thought you were gonna get my number, and I gave you my social media, whatever. At least that way I don't have to worry about someone calling my phone or just having access to.
But see, the thing is, like, it's weird because people can still call you even if through Instagram. They can still send you a call. It's like it's kind of the same thing.
Goddamn mind. If you FaceTiming me via Instagram, Facebook Messenger, or anything, or on Snapchat, who do you think you are?
It's an instant block. It's an instant block.
Did you just lose your mind?
You don't know
Are
me.
you calling me on Instagram and you FaceTiming me?
Because you don't have my number,
sir. This ain't what it's supposed to game. What are you doing?
Right. Look, I used to, like, when I was on Facebook, and I don't know, like, if you guys have had this experience, but I had a page that I was trying to grow. Like, this is back when I thought Facebook, you're supposed to get, like, followers on Facebook, like all the other social media, and I wasn't aware that it was just for, like, really close friends and family. So I ended up changing my personal profile. No, I posted a picture of myself in one of those, like, gay, like, groups, and I got a lot of attention off of that. A bunch of friend requests, and I was just like adding friends.
Yes.
And what they could do on Facebook is that you could take your personal profile and then switch that over into a page,
like a business page or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I then ended up having like 5,000, like the max followers on Facebook. And I looked really popular, but I didn't know none of these people. And so I ended up getting like these random phone calls on Facebook. Like, they get super personal on there, and they don't they don't respond to any of your Facebook posts or anything. Yeah. They just go straight to calling you, and then I'll ignore. And it's like they call you 2 or 3 times in a row after you ignore it. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, Jared, you threw something out there for them to even want to fish. You gave them the bait, honey.
Yeah,
what kind of picture? I was the one that
but you don't call somebody if you don't know them. You know what I'm saying?
But it happened on multiple occasions, right?
Well, on Facebook, yeah, and this was a few years ago. This was many years ago.
I don't really actually know how to work what you're referring to on Facebook, but I turn all my notifications off on Instagram, Snapchat. So if I'm not in the app, I won't see it. You
don't even see it, yeah.
Wow.
Just because I don't, you already know how I am about texting. So I just
horrible.
I hate my phone constantly ringing, and I feel like if I got a notification every time someone liked the photo or send me a message, I would probably throw my phone. So, yeah,
well,
that's why I give it out.
Let's spin it this way. So, I assume when we asking the question for those out there, we're talking about people you've built a genuine interest with. So you get my number, I get yours. Now the question is, how long does it take for me to text you after we exchange numbers? I'm assuming, like, let's play the whole dating app route. We've been talking for a little bit of time now. You have my number to make it even more personalized. I'm assuming I'm giving you my number and we're good. But then comes the actual, this is where the dating game comes in. This is where you listen, y'all, this is where the dating games comes in. Because I've been here, I'm a therapist, y'all, if y'all didn't remember. But I got adolescents that I therapize. And they was like, yeah, Mr. Tony, this girl, text me. He said, she double text me. I said, yeah, what's wrong with that? He was like, Mr. Tony, you ain't supposed to double text people. I said, what do you mean? He was like, if somebody texts you and you respond, you supposed to wait for their response. You don't respond again and again. That makes you look desperate. That makes you look thirsty, Mr. Tony. You can't double text people. I said, oh, I thought when you text people multiple times and that shows your interest. And another thing, and I'm thinking that shows like you're really interested. You want to keep the conversation going. He was like, oh, Mr. Tony, you're old. I was like, oh my God. And it's like teenagers. So maybe the actual dating game has changed from what we were used to playing back in the day as far as waiting and now really wait instead of double texting. I don't want to play this dating game. If I'm interested in you, I want you to see it. I want you to know it. I want you to feel it. Why do we have to wait a day?
Yeah, no, it's just, I hate that too, because it's just like, I have to like crack the code of how to communicate with you when it's just like, it can be just so simple. Like, if you like me and I like you, then, like, let's talk, let's text, FaceTime.
I don't mind FaceTime. I know some people who are texters and some people who are callers. I don't like you being on the phone with me all the time. I'll text you before I'll call you.
I remember this one time I was dating this guy, and he said to me, he was just like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I don't really like texting. I'm more of like calling. And so then next time I wanted to talk to him to set up a date, I called him, and he was like, who the hell is this? I'm like, Jesus. I was like, it's Renee. And he's like, why are you calling me? I'm
oh my God.
I was like,
I would have been like, never mind.
I was like, you said that you don't like texting, and
So
you
he
like
definitely didn't save your number.
calling. Yeah, exactly. I was
that
like,
hurts.
Okay, so that's the other thing. Like, why are we not saving numbers?
Jared, that gets a little bit more longer. When I feel like a good connection, then I'm going to log it in even longer. Remember, it's a dating game.
I'm trying to understand.
See?
Just save the number, and it just
like
makes it easy. Are you with me, Sarun? Do you save number? Like, if you get a number, you don't save...
I don't save numbers.
Thank you. You got 3 for 1. Renee, do you save numbers, Renee? Do you save numbers?
Not for a while.
We got Jarrod.
Wait, I want to understand your reasoning, though, before we get...
Because if I save their number and they don't mean anything to me, why are you in my phone?
There we go.
Like that. Yeah.
But then how do you know who's texting you if you...
The conversation.
I guess the intent is not to give my phone number out like that in the
Okay.
beginning anyway, right?
Okay.
So I guess I'll flip it a little bit. So I'm in the current situation. I met someone, right? I gave them my number. But like, here's the thing. It's a normal thing. You had your first date, right? You're good. And then you set up a second date, but I don't chat in between because I'm like anticipating getting to know person in person later, right?
Okay.
That's my mindset. But then the date, I cancel or whatever happens to get canceled. Then the question is, okay, now do you want to just have conversations online or do you want to wait for the follow-up to then go and meet the person? But the thing is, it's still on the dating app, right? And the person wants to give me their number, but I don't want to give them my number, so we're still chatting on the dating app.
Okay, so you're just chatting on the dating app.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, but my thing is, I don't want to get to know you on the dating app. I'd rather wait to be in the person. So now it's like kind of like... it looks like you're ignoring them, but you rather get to know them in person.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Okay, so my thing is like, because I think that's a little bit different than exchanging numbers, but not saving the number in your phone.
So my reasoning is because I usually like randomly will go through my phone and start deleting text messages because they take up a lot of memory. Text messages take up a lot of memory, so I like swipe and I'll just like, hey, don't know who that is. Delete. Especially if it's not saved and it's like down there in the thread. I'm not for what. And so that's honestly why I don't save numbers because I'm like, I don't want all these unnecessary contacts in my phone, and then I'm like, I don't even know who the hell this is. Like right now, I have numbers in my phone that make no sense to me. I'm like, I have no idea why I saved this number like this. It'll say red shirt Club 2020 because that's where I met him, and I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck that is. So I stopped saving numbers. I had a point where I was going with that, but I lost it. So.
Okay, no, I mean,
I feel like I'm superstitious. I feel like as soon
that's
as...
what I was gonna get to.
Yeah, no, I feel like as soon as I save them as a name,
they act up.
They act up, and so I
don't save them.
I save numbers, but I'll save them as like dorky Bumble date or Bumble date with money. Or
cause she like money.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Now you want them to eat you. See, you asking for them to eat you up now.
Yes, Renee.
Now you saying
or like coach I met in the club or like asshole teacher, just like stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You gotta earn that name.
I'll just save it. My thing is I try not to, I don't do the superstition thing like that. Like I
probably shouldn't.
Save
I'm
it as
too
what,
old.
Jarrod? Because even when you're my phone, I like the first and last name. You're Jarrod from Tinder or Sarun from, Hand. Just like, what do you save it as?
basically like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, if I don't have a first and last name, but that's how I will save it. But you said you don't save numbers.
No. So, okay. Until I have I think lately it's been like the second or third date, and we've been talking consistently. I'm like, okay, I'll actually put you on my phone because I'm contacting you more. You're contacting me more. So I don't want to be going like through the text message where it's like, okay, is this? Oh yeah, this is him. And because I have had where I text the wrong person one time by accident.
But that's why you should put the numbers in. That's why you should save it as something that you know.
Is it substantial? Are we going to go somewhere?
Yeah, the people on the phone is meaningful people.
Exactly.
Right? And unless they become a friend, they could be a friend, and then also you get in there.
But I'm just like, y'all
So
can
do you
save
delete them? How long? If it don't work, let me delete John. Let me delete Dick. And let me delete Tom and Harry. So that's how you do?
Yeah, I'll delete them.
After it don't go nowhere.
Yeah, if it don't go nowhere, I'll delete them.
Damn.
Is that like, am I in the Twilight Zone?
I'm kidding.
Jared, I think you're a traditionalist. I think we're going to just call you a traditionalist.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that was
traditionalist.
established a long time ago.
A long time ago, but
I know. I think I still have friends who are like married to their significant other, and they're still under their phone as like hot guy from the bar.
Oh, gosh.
Do you think it's like an
They're
invisible
still
luggage?
like they're married
Right?
with
Like,
children.
It's
that's the
invisible
right.
luggage.
Stay right there.
Right? It's like invisible luggage where you keep piling on and piling on, piling on. And it's almost like a count of things that didn't work out.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I mean, I guess it just depends on the emotional, what do you call it? Investment that you put into a contact or saving a contact. I don't really put an emotional investment into like saving a name. Like when I save a name, it's not like, okay, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not where my mindset is. It's just, this is an easy way for me to identify this person so I know who I'm talking to.
I think I'm with you on there. For me, it just takes a little bit longer. Like if I find myself having to search for your number because I don't have it saved, then maybe it's time for me to save your number. But getting your number is just me kind of getting your number, and then if nothing ever goes from there, then I don't know. But it's not like an emotional investment or nothing. Like, oh, I'm saving the number. That means this is a big deal. It just kind of means we talk enough now to where instead of me having to look for your number, I can just search your name because we talk enough for that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Did you
I do
save
have
my number?
Yes. I mean, I saved all y'all numbers right away because I knew we were going to have a working relationship, but now we actually talk beyond that. So.
Honestly, I still talk to Jared just through Instagram.
Cause never mind.
I don't think anybody had
I was going to say.
What were you about to say?
No, because I don't want you to. I don't want to say.
No, go ahead. No. This is where you
get
say
ready.
it. Please say it. This is where you say it. Right here. Go ahead, Melvin.
I was going to say because you have an Android. I'm sorry.
Lord Jesus.
Oh,
say it.
Y'all are so...
Androids.
Y'all are so snobby.
It's just hard to text. Because we can't send pictures, really. Videos, at least, I know for sure. Videos.
But, I mean, you don't even
Definitely.
text, Melvin, so...
Okay.
He sure don't.
I'm like...
I'm just put my head down lower. I'm going to put my head down lower because he just got me together.
I'm like, Melvin, that was last week. I don't need your response now.
The amount of times that me and Melvin have set up a pizza date and he's just like full on ignored me in the evening, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's what he do, y'all.
I feel very attacked.
It's okay. We love you.
Kidding.
We love
but
you.
But no, I know I'm a bad texter, but you know, so kind of back to the question. I have a funny story. It's not like nothing crazy. So I wouldn't put this under Melvin's story time.
Okay.
But it's just related to the topic. So I got this guy's number. He was a young guy. He had to be like, maybe I would say 22, 23, something like that. Anyways, I got his number, whatever. He was cute, and I got it for the night, and I walked off. And then I think I texted him like 2 days later because I honestly forgot I got the number. I just kind of randomly saw this number in my phone. I was like, I think this is that guy from the club. So I texted him, and he was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, you know, how you doing? Da-da-da-da-da. He was just like, I'm good. And I was like, Are you good? Like I feel like some tension or something. Right. He was like, "No, I'm good on you though because you took too long to text me back."
Wait, how long ago? How long?
I don't want to put a time frame on it.
No, Melvin, we need to hear it. No, Melvin, we need to hear the time frame.
I want to put the time frame.
Wait,
on
you can't bring up
I
the
would have
story.
been done with your ass
all the
too.
details.
What?
Was it more than 48 hours?
Huh?
Was it more than 48 hours?
How long it took me to text him back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took. I took it 2 days.
Oh wait, so he texted you?
Like he texted me his number that night, and I was like, "Got you," and then I texted him 2 days later.
Okay.
Oh, so
okay.
I thought it was like a week or something.
No.
That.
It was like 2 days later. I was like, "Hey, yo, what's up?" You know, he was just like, I'm good on you. You took too long to text me back.
Wow.
I mean, like,
48 hours, y'all.
at least he knows what he
Okay, so
wants,
see, the
but
thing-
that was kind of rude.
So he could have texted.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But my point is that my point in bringing all that up is that it changes for people. You know, I don't know if he wanted to. Maybe he wanted to link up that night, and I wasn't catching the hints. But
Yeah, but I mean, you know, people have to say what they want.
right.
You know, like everybody has these rules that nobody knows. Like if you're gonna have rules, you would need to say what the rules are, so I can follow the rules.
I would
You know
say
what
he
I'm saying?
was a little aggressive, like sexually. So
When
maybe
he
he
got the
was in
number,
that time.
Did you ask for his number? Or he
No,
asked for
he
yours?
like grabbed me like as I was walking towards the bar and was like, "Hey, yo, you look good. I want your number."
Okay, then
if-
motherfucker, you should have been the one initiating conversation after that. It's been one day. Why don't you hit me up?
Bro, I wish someone would grab me and be like, "Give me your number."
That kind of turned me on too, Melvin.
I mean, it was high.
I
You
don't
know,
think-
the aggression was high. I don't, you know, I like that.
Renee, I don't think you would be going for that. I think you say that,
That's scary.
but if somebody like ripped you up and was like, "Give me your number,"
No.
exactly. See, I'm just like, unless.
No, I said no. That's what I said. I said I don't want that. Like
Oh,
that.
oh,
no,
I thought
think
you
me
said
and Tony,
you- oh, I thought you
me
said
and Tony
you
on the
did.
No,
same page. like,
that would
Hello?
not be good with me.
I'm like, motherfucker, what?
but
Well,
you
what's
smiling like you like.
What's your name? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Again, I'm not a touchy person. If you touch me and I don't know you, fucker.
Yeah. I guess I'm on the same page as you, Tony. Like, I would be like kind of turned on, but you have to follow it up the right way.
Exactly.
You can't just be like all aggressive and then there's no like
Hey, there we go.
there's no gentlemanliness behind that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, "Give me your number." Like, no, that's not gonna work.
Speaking of unspoken rules, how do you feel if your friend gave your number to someone else?
That's a
better not.
no.
you know,
You
that's,
better
that
That's a
happens.
hell to the no.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh no, I mean,
Yeah, I wanna
I mean,
hear.
if I like had met the person and like maybe they like wanted to ask me something like, "Hey, can like I get Renee's number?" That's fine. But if it's just like some random guy that like my friend thought that I would be good with, I'm kind of like, all right.
Has that happened to you?
A few times, sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, and I do feel some type of way, right?
That is so inappropriate.
Yeah. That's why I always ask, hey, this person's asking for your number.
Right.
Can I give it
Yeah.
or not? Yeah.
So they've given it without your permission.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Yee. Yeah.
Don't
Wait,
be that friend.
Yeah,
Somebody hit your friends up to ask for your
You know,
number.
I think I think the situation is that you guys know I have to have a bond with people to even give a crap about anybody. So I think that people who don't believe in that think that I'm lonely. And thinking that, hey, he'll be a great match. He'll be a great match for you, or
that's
whoever,
awesome,
right?
right.
Person. And it's like, but it's not a thing. Like, you know, I try to explain it. It's not a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Now it's different. Like if I've talked to my friend like, "Oh, this person is sexy," da 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 da, and then that person asks my friend for my number. My friend already know that I want them.
That's fine.
Go ahead, because we've
Is
had
that though?
conversations.
Because I feel like sometimes is that not a turn off? If
It is. It's not sexy for you to ask my friend for my number instead of me, but it just it depends. On the
I
situation.
hear you.
How sexy is he? Is he like?
Like I know if it's like
It
it
don't
might not matter.
it might not matter if he's like.
Oh.
My,
I think it's kind of cute, personally. I mean, I done been to several of Jeremy's and Melvin's events, and we have pretty much the same friendship group. It may be somebody new in the circle, like one event. I'm like, "Oh, Melvin, who's that?" Oh, Jack, you know, from Runaway. And through the night, I'm sending little signals to Jack, and Jack knows it. He knows the signals I'm sending, and so if I ask Melvin, "Hey, you know, give Jack my number,"
That's appropriate.
see,
Mm-hmm.
and
Give
appropriate
him my
versus
number.
appropriate versus if Melvin did something that I was not comfortable with. Well, Tony was flirting all night, so I gave him your number. Bitch, did I ask you to give him my fucking number? Absolutely not.
Right.
Yeah, I was flirting and I think he cute, but I wasn't there yet. Now that has happened to me before too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
so don't give your friend's number out. Ask them like, "Hey, so and so would like your number."
But your friends know you, right? Oh, you was flirting with him all night. I thought it was gonna be fine. Your friends know you, right? These are your close friends. Oh, I didn't think you were mine because y'all seemed like y'all had a connection.
No.
See, what not to do, people.
That's just meddling.
My landlord, I saw her the other day, and I love this woman. She loves me too. She was just like, "Hey, so like, how old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 28 now." And she's just like, "Are you still single?" And it's like,
because I got my nephew for you.
I was
So
like,
have you watched the BoyFriends podcast?
I know. I was like, yes, I'm still single. And she was just like, oh, I know so many doctors, and I love setting people up. And she was like, what do you like all this? And I'm like, ma'am, if you set me up with a really hot doctor.
What's her name?
Ka-ching, ka-ching!
What's this lady's name again?
Because if you ain't gonna
Her
take
name is Amy, and she's the sweetest. But I'm literally thinking about like making sure like I send her my picture. Like, if you want to set me up on a blind date,
Send them this one.
here's my picture.
There we go. That's how you do that.
There's some
how you do that.
headshots. I got my
Here's
resume
my
on the back of
headshot.
that.
That's how you do that.
But now I'm curious. I'm like, is she just gonna like give my number away to a doctor?
I mean,
And now you got to answer those random phone calls.
Really?
Lord.
Jeez.
I'm waiting for that text. Hey, Amy gave me your number.
So I think we should switch back to, because we talked about in the club, and so we know about the hookups, we know about getting the number if you want to date, but we really didn't hone in on like getting the number off the apps. And so I think where we were trying to go, we were saying like, do you still text on the app after you've gotten the number, or do you just...
It slowly fades out.
Yeah.
It slowly fades out. I'm having more conversation with you off the app. And so much so, we might be a connection, so I might take myself out altogether.
Okay, hold on.
Like delete the app?
I'm talking about out the mix of the apps. I'm not entertaining other people on the apps.
Okay.
I'm like, you have my time. Not take off the app until I'm like, okay, we're exclusive. But I'm not entertaining people off the apps no more.
Okay, so when you say you're slowly tapering off, you mean...
Entertaining other folks on the apps.
Okay.
I'm talking to you more. I'm going out with you more. It could be a couple. It may not be just you, but a couple people.
What my confusion was is like after you exchange numbers, I think what he was asking is after you exchange numbers, you're not still talking on the app. You talk on text.
To the individual.
A little bit, but it's a percentage. You talk on the app a little bit more, and then you're weaning off to talk over here more. Sometimes recently,
like if we both online, I might say, hey, what's up? But if I just want to talk to you and you're not online, if you're not online, I could just text you also, is what you're saying.
That's not me.
Yeah, I don't think I
So
would.
Jarrod, once you get the number, I'm stop talking off the app.
Yeah, same.
I don't need to text you on the app no more. I can text you. I could just text
But really, I mean, it's just like, like I don't know how it is for y'all, but like my Tinder does not like to notify me of new messages. So I have to constantly check Tinder. So if I get your number on Tinder, we're off of Tinder because then I will be able to communicate with you, and you will know that I'm not like ignoring you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just like in general, like I don't know. That's just kind of how I am. I'm just like I'm just very much like a logical person. Like I like to take stuff step by step, and like if this is if we go to A to B, then we go from B to C. I'm not about all the.
It can't be CB.
Yeah, I don't. That's just not how I operate. So I mean, I guess that's just me.
But sometimes a person had given me a number on the app, and it was about before I even used the number. We were still talking on the app for a little bit before I even started texting him.
Yeah, I mean, well,
that
might
happen too.
I mean, sometimes that'll usually be like completing a conversation on the app that day.
I'm talking about still days later.
No.
You're gonna be like that boy did me. You took too long to text me.
But we were still talking. I'm saying it was just on the
I'm
app.
good on you.
I get what you're saying.
No.
I think that either way, I guess is definitely okay, obviously. But for me, I would definitely like once I get your number, I'm probably not gonna hit you up on the app anymore. Even if you hit me up on the app, I would probably say, "Why you just text me?" I don't know. I think I only feel that way like just with the apps though. Just I don't know. Maybe it's the stigma behind the app. I can't really give you a reason why I'm like that. But I just like once I get your number, we can text.
So Ron, you have a complete because we had already kind of touched on this a little bit because even if somebody gives you their number, you won't necessarily give them your number. You will still talk on the app for a little bit.
Or social media, right?
Or social media.
Instagram or whatever.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So the comfort level, right?
Yeah.
Different tiers.
Yeah.
You reach a certain level, you get the phone.
Okay. So, I mean, at what point do you give them your phone number?
I think assessing each other's Instagram or Facebook is really key, right? Shit. So that's the reason why, hey, like, here's me, that's you. Let's do further the next investigation of knowing each other. If you like it, we keep moving forward. If I don't like that, we don't move forward, right?
Wait.
The Instagram is like the resume.
It's like
so
what
that's
if
how
they
I see it
fail?
too. Huh?
What if they like fail?
We just chit chat, hit like for some photos, and just fades away. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I mean, but you know, some people think giving out their Instagram or social media or whatever is too personal. Like,
mine's private. It is personal for me too, but I have control over, you know, blocking or
so if you're interested in someone, you will give them access.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's part of my system of just like getting to know a person too, and vice versa. So.
What would make you block someone that you at one point were trying to get to know?
I guess.
I just want to know how that would play out.
This is a good question for everybody.
For me,
honestly.
it's probably like my least favorite trait in a person is a self promoter, right? That's my thing. Like and I'm a very private, family oriented individual. Okay. But if their account just looks like a resume themselves, like just all about them and work, and there's nothing personal about it, that's not someone I want to be with.
Sarun, are you attacking me?
No, you not yours. What are you talking about? First off, you got two.
I'm like,
I have
okay.
two too, right? So I have a
hold on now,
and I have a personal, right? So there's professional account, and I have a personal account. My personal one, y'all see my personal. It's very my nephews, my family.
It's so cute.
Yeah, and then my professional one, it's all about behind the scenes of work, right? But yeah, so that's my piece. And the other thing is, if you add them, there's a point where it's just them not liking anything, and it's just whatever likes or whatever. But subconsciously you're still following, but there's no likes going on.
Right?
So it's like it's a turn off. So yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
What do you guys block? I'm curious. What causes a block for you, or a deletion or something?
You would literally have to harass me to make me block you. Other than that, I would not care. Like, if we don't get along, you can still look at my life.
Yeah, I don't think I'll block. I'll definitely unfriend or something like that. I think if it gets to the point of a guy just being like, "Well, I'm sorry for bothering you," as soon as they say that, oof, you're out. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, because you talk about that there's no likes and stuff happening, you're not looking at my stories, you're not liking, so why are you here, type of thing, and we're still trying to like I will mute you, but I won't necessarily unfollow you or anything unless there's it has to get to a different level, more like harassment, or just I really hate the stuff
content
that you put out there,
hateful or something.
I don't want to see that, I don't even want to be associated with you, that type of thing. That would be when I unfollow or block or something like that. I do remember there was this one guy, I want to say last summer, that a guy that so it was weird. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the gay dating coach on Instagram. He does Wednesday something. So I think I met
Shoot Your Shot Wednesday.
Yeah, Shoot Your Shot Wednesday on Instagram. And I don't know, I guess I was texting with one of the guys through there. I think he recognized because I had actually been on the thing. And he recognized me from there, and then he introduced me to one of his friends who I thought was really, really cute. And we tried texting, but then it was just there was nothing going on. And so eventually I did have to just mute him or whatever, he just was not responsive. I want to say a couple weeks ago, I ran into that guy at one of the clubs here in Philly. Just randomly, I was trying to chit chat or whatever, but it was just very I don't know. He just was just not interested. It was just weird. And I was just okay, so then why, we didn't even get to that point. We didn't even get to the point of getting to know each other. It was just very, I don't know. It's just why even waste your time?
Yeah.
Why'd you even
I don't know.
hit me up?
It was just we texted back and forth, and then we basically stopped talking to each other.
I'm talking about when you saw him. When
I saw him, we chit-chatted for a little bit, and I said, "Oh, you remember we texted a little bit, your friend so-and-so introduced me." He was like, "Oh, yeah, I remember, blah, blah, blah." And then I tried to ask him a question. I said, so you're in Jersey, right? And then he was he didn't hear me or whatever, and I was okay, well, that's the end of that, One of those
mature.
You had to,
so mature.
Yeah.
The last person. Oh, go ahead.
No. That was basically it.
The last person I was dating, as we're talking about like socials and social media, is like when we kind of like made it official or whatever, he combed my whole social media. It was like a red flag to me, kind of. Mm-hmm. And he was like, he'll send me pictures of like, let's say, oh Melvin, we kind of exchange information or change pleasantries on Jack before. While me and this guy went out on date before, nothing came of it. Oh, me and him chatted on here before, nothing came out of it. Oh, me and him had a little something. Like, combed through my whole fucking social media and was sending me pictures of people, of my friends. Oh, wow. And I said to myself, like, why are you doing this? Because I'm not going to your fucking page.
Sounds sociopath behavior.
From posts from the past.
Huh?
Post from the past.
No, like, he was looking through our mutual friends, and he was like, "Oh, I know this person. Oh, I talked to this person on Jack before."
First of all, you must do that to you by yourself.
Thank
your
you.
Girl.
He
Not
actually
the
combed my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and sent me screenshots of the people he knew that had talked. Like, you just talking on Jack or talking on Hinge. Oh, nothing came out of it. Or we went out on one date. It was nothing.
Okay.
And I kind of thought it was admirable at first. I was like, okay, nice. But then I thought, I was like, what the fuck? Why did you do that?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Why did you do that? And I never really asked him. I just like, oh, okay, well, don't expect the same from me because I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah. I mean, look, the community is very small anyway.
It is.
So, everybody's
somebody.
You know, it's like, 6 degrees of separation.
It really is. That was one red flag. I was like, oh, God.
What do you think? What do you think was the mentality behind that? Because I'm just trying to understand.
I think
he was trying to get it out, like so that way, won't nobody surprise you. Be like, oh, I used to talk to him, just in case if it's your friend, instead of him coming to you.
That's the mindset that I thought he was coming from, but when I really think about it, the deep shit, I think he wanted to see who I knew, how I know people, and our connections. Because I'm getting deep.
Okay.
I found out that I actually knew his ex-husband.
Okay.
And
how did you know him?
And the plot thickens.
Like know him?
Not in that way. It was like just friends. It's just cool. And he was like, "Oh, you know my ex-husband?" I'm like, "Who's your ex-husband?" He was like, "You know such and such." I was like, "No," but I knew them by a different name. And he screenshot, I guess, an old photo of me and his ex-husband, like, on FaceTime. Well, I didn't even have hair. He was like, I thought you didn't know who I was talking about. I said, this is such and such. And I said, when I met him around those years ago, I didn't know he had a husband or whatever. And if I knew that was that was his husband, you think we'd be dating? We'd be talking? Like, are you serious? He was like, I don't know. That's kind of funny that you said you didn't know him, but clearly you guys are on FaceTime on your Instagram.
Sociopath.
I said, are you fucking kidding me?
Sociopath.
I'm serious. That was one of the another major red flag.
That's the entire flag. That's when you wrap him up in the flag and send him on his way.
Penalty.
Well, clearly that's why we were only together for a week.
Oh my goodness.
So I think we need to.
Oh yeah, let's bring it back. Wrap it up.
I don't think we should just play a game with the whole numbers. Yeah. If you're attracted to somebody in whatever fashion that you get their number, me personally, I'm a person who's going to hit you up right away. Hey, 1, lock me in when I got it. 2, I'm gonna follow with you. Hey, it was nice meeting you last night. We were at the club. How you feeling? I was tore up. It's good to see you. Let's link up this week later sometime.
Emphasis on last night, as in not the same night.
Last night. Melvin, are you trying to be shit? What?
No, I'm saying like don't text them the same day. Like you don't need to be doing that.
I thought you were talking about my escapades about a couple days ago. Y'all trying to be shit. I didn't know what? Was nothing.
I know what he's referring to now.
I was like, hold on. Okay.
Wait, see now I don't even know where y'all see. I don't even know the shade.
Jared got it.
It's over my head.
He caught it.
You'll get it
exactly
after the cameras go off. You'll be like, oh damn.
But yeah, like follow up. Don't stalk. Follow up.
Yeah.
According to the young people, don't double text.
Oh my God,
that's not my theory.
That's so
but
stupid.
Okay.
If you like someone, just text them. I mean, obviously, like, don't be like overzealous, but like, there should not be so much pressure around how to communicate with someone. That's such a shitty beginning.
Yeah.
I will say this: 2 texts is a max, though. You shouldn't text more than twice. If you're not getting a respond after 2 texts, then take a hint.
What if I'm busy? What if I'm in session all day?
It's not
like I usually am.
I'm not saying delete the number if they don't respond after 2 texts. I'm just saying don't text a person 3 and 4 times let them respond.
Okay, yes.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, and to clarify, like sometimes people will text in like sentences,
yes,
and it will be so that I would say that would count as like
it's one text. Yeah, like if you know,
that's what I do. I don't
if
do one big thing. I do this and then this and then that.
But
I don't do one big.
I will do one big because I'm a writer, so I will write a whole paragraph.
You look at it, review it, like, oh, let me fix that real quick.
And I feel like that's too much for some people sometimes.
As a writer, I like correct people's grammar.
Oh God!
Wait, you send the correction?
No.
I hope not. Oh God!
If I know them well enough, it's just like there's this guy, he didn't know the difference between two and two, and he didn't know there, and there. I'm like,
yeah, no.
I love when people put the E on your when it's not there. I'm like, what did you add the extra E there for? That's okay.
Or they say,
I am what?
You're so blank, and it's YOUR.
It's
like. But,
okay, we're not gonna get into text message hating because I would go on.
Sorry,
and on.
But I will say, like, if sometimes it is necessary to text someone again, because some like if you've given it enough time and then you want to say like, hey, I'm just reaching out, or like you have it's on a case by case basis. Like you don't want to like bombard them to like give you an answer, but sometimes texts don't go through. And,
that's true.
You know, I remember I got like 50 text messages one day because because something was wrong with the
tower.
It was something wrong with the tower. So I got all my text messages the next day. Or, you know, I remember I was talking with this one guy and he texted me and I texted him back. And I thought it went through. It looked like it went through on my phone. He never got the text message. Mm-hmm. And he called me and he was like all upset. And I was like, I had to show him, like, I was like, you know, I texted you back. I don't know what happened to it. And then he was like, he didn't believe me. And I'm just like, so we have to give some leeway for technical difficulties as well. But yeah, don't go too far. Like, don't demand people to do it because nobody owes you anything. I think that's the thing that we have to keep in mind.
Right.
You know,
I really do feel like 2 text messages are good. Like. And honestly, if those 2 text messages didn't go through, then just give them a chance to hit you up. Like, or if you want, you can call. But then after that, I wouldn't reach out anymore until I got a response. Like,
you know what happened to me in Portugal? Because I had to block this dude because he was acting. He was doing too much.
Must have been good.
That melanin.
Oh, Jared bringing it down.
No, like we didn't even meet in person. We were talking on the app. And then we were talking on like WhatsApp or whatever. And we were trying to coordinate like when we were going to meet. He kept trying to get like my address of where I was staying. And I was like, no, we can meet in person somewhere. Because
he was trying to murder you.
That's what I'm just like, what are you trying to do? Yeah. Because, you know, so I was like, so we finally, like, there was a lot of, like, I guess, miscommunication about what we were doing. I was just like, well, you know, because of the whole thing. And I was just like, okay, so let's meet at the restaurant or something out here, and I'll meet you out there. And, you know, we had made a plan. We said, okay. And I went and, like, I was getting myself ready. And I come back to my phone, and I get, like, 3 missed calls. Mind you, we were using Google Translate, so I don't know why he was trying to call me and act like, you know...
We gonna have a conversation.
So that, and then I texted him, I was like, you know what, I'm even more uncomfortable now, so let's just not do this. And
it's over.
Yeah, so that was a block on WhatsApp. Right. And so, yeah, then he texted me on Tinder, like, you blocked me? Like, you know, like through the language, I knew what the energy was. And, you know, I didn't even have to translate
you could feel the tone.
I was just like, I'm not even doing this. Like, and so I had to like, it was weird because I was like, okay, I don't know like what kind of energy he's on. Is he just disappointed? Is he like angry? Is he gonna like do something?
Just European.
Is he just European?
So yeah, I had to block him on there, and I was just like, I'm just not even gonna go out to that area. I'm just gonna stay home, eat my little cup noodles, and watch Netflix, and be, because I'm not trying to be in no international issues out here. But the question, I guess, to kind of sum this all up was when to text. like I said, I think we can agree, like, that initial exchanging of numbers, if you meet in person, you can kind of like text or call and say, hey, here's my number, so you have it.
Or even on the app.
Yeah.
You know, if I
and I think, I really think that there should not be a rule about that.
Really
I feel like,
Your
if
comfort
you...
level. Your own comfort
Yeah,
level.
Yeah.
like if you don't just don't expect other people to immediately respond. I think that's the rule.
Right.
Like you can text somebody like, I don't know, like 30 minutes after you got their number and say, hey, it was really nice meeting you. And maybe try to start a conversation. That might be a little too much, but
I don't think so.
But if they don't respond, then give it some time, give it some space to to feel it out. So that's that's kind of how I feel of it.
I think that's a great rule.
Yeah.
Don't worry, like your rules shouldn't apply to everybody else's rule, and just I think like what you said, it just depends on the person's comfort level.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's right. Yep. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this episode. We are so excited to be back, and we are looking forward to our next episode. So I hope you stick with us. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, of course. Give us all of your opinions. We love them. And sometimes we hate them.
We love to hate them. Okay. We love to hate them.
I swear I'm gonna start commenting back too.
I do.
I do.
Jared and
I want y'all to
Tony
know.
said that. Okay, we about to go. But Jared and Tony both said that they be coming. I'm gonna get back with y'all too. Y'all gonna stop trying to slut shame me.
No, Jared don't comment no more. He blocks them. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I go back and forth.
You
What
can't
say?
be blocked. Let them talk.
Yes, he do.
You gotta let them talk.
Yes, he do.
Y'all can't be coming up on my page saying stuff about me.
It's okay.
It's not
It's okay, Jared. That's what
Haters-
it's for.
Haters are gonna hate.
Please continue to comment.
And ballers are gonna
Just know we're
ball.
gonna comment back.
Yeah, you can comment, but you can comment, but that's gonna be your last comment if you act up. I'm just saying.
Damn.
All right.
All right. Because if you got nobody else,
You got
some of us.
We don't want you.